everybody, welcome back to another video. Now in this video we're going to be doing an October update of the Donetsk Sergey Prokofiev International Airport series. Now today we do have an actual really good update. There's a lot of aircraft in this update. Some of them are actually interesting ones, as you will see later in the update. But yeah, let's get into it. Alright, well, just starting off the west side of the terminal here. Here we have the Ukraine International Airlines AMRA 145. Now Ukraine International Airlines did add more routes to the regional service, so now we also have Kharkiv and also Dnipropetrovsk. Now this guy arrived in from Mariupol, and he's going to be heading out to Kharkiv in around 1 hour and 30 minutes. Now after that, here we have an Air Arabia Airbus A320. Now he arrived in around 30 minutes ago from Shara in the UAE, and he is going to be departing back out to Shara in approximately 1.5 hours. Now they just finished offloading the cargo from the previous flight, and they're gonna get it ready for its departure. Now here we have the star of the show, the Transaero Boeing 747-400. Now I do know that this is not Transaero 747. This is a British Airways 747. Now, I'm sorry, but there are not that many models from a former airline of Transaero Airlines, and the ones that are available are not of the British 747 type, and they are pretty rare and really expensive. But anyways, now he arrived in from Moscow Vnukovo around 30 minutes ago, and he is gonna be heading back to Moscow Vnukovo in around approximately 1 hour and 20 minutes. Now they don't usually operate this flight, this aircraft on this flight. Now this was a one-off flight because the early morning and noon flights were canceled today, so they flew this combined flight for all the passengers today. And this was also a benefit that they used the Boeing 747 because there was large amounts of cargo on these two flights today, so it was a benefit to use the 747. Now moving on, here we have the UT Air 737-400. Now he arrived in from Kiev Giuliani around 40 minutes ago, and he is just loading on the cargo, and soon the baggage will arrive to be loaded onto the aircraft, and he will be ready to depart out to Moscow Vnukovo in approximately 20 minutes. The Ukraine International 737-800. Now this guy, he is just getting ready to depart out to Kiev Boryspil International Airport. Now he is having a 1 hour delay. Now they're almost done servicing their aircraft. They're loading on the catering, and baggage has been loading onto the aircraft, and boarding will be starting in around 5 minutes. Now here we have another Russian airline. Now this is, of course, Aeroflot. Now he arrived in from Moscow Sheremetyevo around 15 minutes ago. They just finished offloading the cargo, and he should depart back out to Moscow Sheremetyevo in approximately 1 hour and 45 minutes. But currently there is a small technical issue with the cargo door on the left side of the aircraft. Like the most left cargo door to the tail, so they should be fixing that. But if the issue is not fixed in turnaround time, the aircraft will have to be delayed. Now just quickly getting this Turkish Airlines 737-900ER. Now this guy is about to depart out to Istanbul. Now he is actually departing today 10 minutes early, which is really good. Now the ground crew did an excellent job of servicing the aircraft today, and they do have a lot of work on other aircraft, so it will be interesting how other turnaround times at the airport will go. But this Turkish aircraft is of course departing out to Istanbul. Now moving on from the terminal and taxiing aircraft, we are gonna move to the remote stands. With the first aircraft being today the Donetsk Aero Airbus A319, and of course, as we know, Donetsk Aero is still struggling, but the situation seems to be getting a little bit better now. They are still barely on the profit margin, with some weeks being profitable, with others being in the loss. But this aircraft is, of course, now he arrived from Kiev, Boryspil, and he's gonna be departing out to Warsaw, Poland. Now here we have a wonderful retro aircraft here. Now this is the former Aeroflot Tupolev Tu-134A. Now this aircraft was flown in here from Volgograd, Russia. Now this museum piece is being transferred over to the museum in Kiev, near the airport of Kiev-Giuliani, which sits actually on the premises of the airport. Now the aircraft will be staying for Donetsk for at least 2 weeks, the museum stated, and the aircraft is currently here today, actually allowing visitors to see the aircraft and also look and go inside the aircraft. So that is pretty wonderful. Now after that, around 2 weeks times, it will depart to Kiev-Giuliani. Now let's move on to the news segment of this video. Now first news today comes from Ukraine International and Aerosvit Airlines, which announced that they finally completed their merger with Ukraine International, and the combined Aerosvit and Ukraine International becoming the largest airline in Ukraine, and the name is still going to be Ukraine International Airlines. Now the airline got more 737 classic types and also a couple of 767-300s and also 767-200s. Now possibly the most interesting news we're getting today is the museum piece for the Kiev-Giuliani National Aircraft Museum that is on the airport's premises in Kiev. Now the aircraft that is being transferred is a Tupolev Tu-134A, and of course this is a wonderful classic Soviet aircraft, which was the most popular regional jet in the whole of the Soviet Union. And of course this aircraft did stop to visit Donetsk. Now this was actually planned, this is not accidental. The aircraft is here, and it has to get a temporary Ukrainian registration for the aircraft, and other works need to be done to fix the aircraft to be in museum condition. So the aircraft will be staying here for around 2 weeks time, and it should be heading out to the Kiev-Giuliani Aircraft Museum, where it'll be probably spending the rest of its life there. Well, alrighty everybody, I hope you did enjoy this wonderful October update of the Donetsk Sergey Prokofiev International Airport series. Now, in this year we'll be probably having 2 more updates, which is actually kind of really surprising to me, how fast this year really went by. I remember when I started this series back in May, and I was like, wow, there's still like such a long time till the end of the year. What could I do with this series? And now I'm recording this, and it's almost Christmas, so that's crazy. But once again, I hope you enjoyed this wonderful update, and of course, fly safe.